All right, welcome back to the University of Washington. We've moved back to court 5. The Mines, the opponent. Colorado School of Mines. Gravediggers. That's terrible. Gold Diggers. The opponent for this 5th match of this tournament. We're starting the set remotely now, and Sarasulo to serve. Sends it into the 6. Trouble. Free ball coming from the Gold Digger. Sent over. Ye is there. Sarasulo quickly in the middle. Nelson finds the deep 5 for the kill, and the first point goes to the Huskies. Sarasulo puts it in play again down the line. This one's sent up. They're going to attack strong side off the high hands. Picked up by Ye. Sarasulo sends it over. Should have been a back row attack, but it's not going to go anyway. That's a point to the Gold Diggers. Or the Ore Diggers. Apologies. Ore Diggers. I will do what I can to get that right. Down the line, good strong serve. Ye sends it up high. Sarasulo wants Clapper. Two-hander down the corner. Just long. Point to the Ore Diggers. Good strong serve again. Ye, perfect pass. Sarasulo's outside. El Shakawi into the block and right back. Point Ore Diggers, and they're quickly up 3-1. 3-1 Ore Diggers. Lead here early in set 1. Number 8 to serve. Good strong serve. Gonzalez sends it up high. Perfect pass. Clapper on the right side. Goes down the line and is a dig off the shoulder. And the block comes back over. El Shakawi tries to pull it up, but ends up sending it out of play, and it's a point again for the Mines, and now they lead 4-1. Number 8 continues at the service stripe. Good strong serve. There it is again. Ye pounds it into the net. Sarasulo can't get it. 5-1 Mines. They are undefeated so far in the tournament, and we're seeing why. Excellent serve by 8. Falls straight to the floor. Timeout called by the Huskies as they have dug themselves a 5-point deficit in set 1. Good quick start of the Ore Diggers. Contrarily, bit of a slow start for your Huskies. Number 8 continues at the service stripe. She started serving this run. Looks like the R1 and R2 having a conversation, or maybe that's the R1 and the coach for the reffing team. Another rocket serve. This one right at the camera. We'll give that coach's point there. Service error out of a timeout. We give credit to the coaches, and now Clapper to serve down 4. 2-6. Huskies trail early in set 1. Clapper, good strong serve. Passed up by the libero. Strong side attack off the high hands. Clapper goes outside. Ye off the high hands and to the floor. Ye scores for the Huskies. Clapper back to serve once again, now down 3. Clapper goes up and into the net. It's a point to the Ore Diggers. Ore Diggers lead by 4. Number 14 to serve. She goes down the line. Clapper there. Overpass by Sarasulo. Actually, net violation Sarasulo. Either way, it's a point to the Mines. The pass was high. Sarasulo went up to get it. Just out of her reach. 4-point Mines. They're back to a 5-point lead. Ye, Sarasulo returned to center. Ye down the line and scores for the Huskies. Nice shot by Ye. Down the line off the block, and it landed in, I believe. Equipment timeout on the Mines side. Mines have the Huskies doubled up here, 8-4. And here comes Gonzalez. Sent over, good serve, bit of trouble, scrambling. Sent over 2. It's out. Sarasulo didn't know. Last second lunge for it, but did a good job not touching it as it fell just out. Point to the Huskies. Down the line goes Gonzalez. Finds the sideline. Point Huskies. Eight, 6. Ordiggers on top. Gonzalez again down the line. Another tough serve. Nice pass. Middle attack. Big swing. Sarasulo gets a hand on it, but sends it into the crowd, and it's a point to the Ordiggers. Ordiggers lead 9-6. Good strong serve. Ye is there. Sarasulo to Steinke. Looks for the force 5 seam. Can't come up with it. And it's a point to the Ordiggers. They're back to a 4-point margin. Libero number 1 serving. Good strong serve. Gonzalez is there. Sarasulo pushes back. Al-Sharkawi over the block. Off the deflection to the floor. Kill for Al-Sharkawi and the Huskies. Spoladoro in to serve. Eknes in to hit right side. Spoladoro serving. She goes down the line. Quick set into the middle. Clapper, nice dig. Spoladoro is going to go outside. Ye off the block and down. Point Ordiggers. Ordiggers put up a big block. They play good defense, and they serve very well. Absolutely no question as to why they are undefeated so far in this tournament. Number 6 to serve. Lefty is going to send it over. Ye is there. Spoladoro quickly to Steinke. Nice cut shot, but dug up nicely by the Ordiggers. Roll shot picked up by Eknes. Spoladoro back to Clapper. It's long. Point to the Ordiggers. Now they lead by 5. 12-7 the score. Number 6 looking to make it a 6-point margin. The lefty approach, sends it over. It doesn't quite get over. Finds the top of the net. It's a point to the Huskies. Ye sends it over. Good pass in system. Middle sent deep. Ye there. Spoladoro goes outside. Clapper steps into it. Block. Clapper recovers. Spoladoro goes over on 2. Here come the Mines. Strong side attack. Roll shot over. Picked up by Ye. Spoladoro to Clapper. Clapper steps into it. Again blocked. Picked up by Gonzalez. Spoladoro goes back to Eknes. Tip shot. Picked up by the Oars. We got a whistle. A very soft whistle out of the R2. I think she's been calling in the net for quite some time, but the play continued on. I didn't notice it either, but it's a point Huskies on the net violation. Ordiggers. Ye goes into the 5. Good serve, good pass and system. Strong side attack coming. Blocked there by the Huskies. On 2, picked up by Gonzalez. Spoladoro goes outside. Clapper, cut shot and scores. Clapper with a cut shot, scoring for the Huskies. Ye continues at the line. Good serve off the wall. Ace serve, Ye. And the Huskies within one of tying this up. Yay into the 6, floating around. Good pass, right side attack. Cut shot over the block, no touch. And we are knotted at 12. 12-12 here in set number 1. Day 2, 5th match of the tournament. Yay. Again into the 6. Good pass and system, strong side attack. Big swing, yay, with a nice dig. It goes over. Here come the Orediggers again. Right side attack, blocked by Eknes, but sent over somehow, some way. Gonzalez is there. Spolodoro back to Eknes over the block, picked up by the libero, and the setter goes on too, but finds the net. And the Huskies take the lead. We just saw a great offensive play there by the Orediggers, unlike we've seen this tournament. And the Huskies stuck with it. Right side attack now coming down the line. Gonzalez sends it up high. Yay, takes it off the basketball hoop. No one there for the Huskies. Point to the Orediggers. We got the Black Cat point, 13-13. Number 6 back to serve for the Orediggers. Sends it over. Clapper there. Spolodoro return to center. Clapper into the block. Scramble, scramble. Yay sends it over free. Here come the Orediggers once again. Setter into the middle. Left-handed tip over. Gonzalez is there. Spolodoro wants Yay in the back row. Big swing off the net. Picked up by the Orediggers, but not coming back. The dig went into the net. Good effort by the middle to pull it out. She couldn't get it. That's a point to the Huskies. Huskies 14, Orediggers 13. Steinke down the line. Good serve and system all the way across. Strong side tipped over, but wide. Fortunate break for the Huskies there, and the Huskies take a 2-point lead, 15-13. Steinke at the line. Cut shot wide. Point Mines. Steinke gets a break. Gonzalez will receive serve. Here it comes. They were still talking about positioning. Gonzalez, perfect pass. Spolodoro to Clapper off the block and out. Point Huskies. Nice attack by Clapper to tool the block. Now El Sharkawi in. Sarasulo in. Eknes in. Spolodoro. The Minnesota connection will get a break, and Sarasulo, before she gets in position, gets a signal for ready. We are moving right along, folks. Strong side attack rolled over. Sarasulo there. Gonzalez goes outside. El Sharkawi sends it over free. Here come the Orediggers. Big swing down the line. Popped up by Sarasulo. Gonzalez to Clapper. She steps into it, splits the block. Net got a piece of it. Now they're going to come strong side. Blocked over by Nelson. Strong side attack again, sent over 2. That's a double contact. Point Huskies. Huskies hanging in there. 3-point lead against the Orediggers, the undefeated Orediggers. Now here comes Sarasulo. Sends it over. Good serve, good pass. Right side attack, no one there. Sent over free. Gonzalez to Sarasulo into the middle. Nelson down. Dug up nicely. Strong side attack coming. Tipped into the corner. Yay is there. Clapper to El Sharkawi. Goes for the tip. Finds the net. Point Orediggers. Good idea, El Sharkawi, but unfortunately the pesky net was in the way. That's a point to the Orediggers. Number 8, look out for her serve. Yay punches it up high and over. Sent back. Scrambling are the Huskies. Nelson sends it over free. Here come the Orediggers again. Strong side attack. Splits the block to the floor. Point Orediggers. 17-16. Huskies clinging to 1-point lead. Number 8, good strong serve. Sent up. Sarasulo can't pull it out of the net, and we're knotted up at 17. And number 8 has done significant service damage to the Huskies so far in this young match. Here she comes again. Good strong serve. Gonzalez sends it up high. Ye sends it back. Nelson free ball over. Now here come the Orediggers. Look out, right side attack. Big swing 4. Good job by Ye to dig. Unfortunately, she took out the legs of Sarah Sulo and she couldn't get to the second ball. And the Mines have now regained the lead. Another wicked serve. Ye sends it up, but over. Net by no, yet not called. Oh, great play. I think she's in the net twice. And the Huskies want a timeout. Timeout Huskies, they're down 2, 19-17. Number 8, the devastating serve, has gone on 2 big service runs here in this first set. Looking forward to the rest of the day. Once this match is done, we're off for a match and back over to court 6 for a 2 o'clock scheduled start against Air Force. Huskies back on the floor. That was quick. The Orediggers back on the floor. They're ready to go. And number 8 will step in and let her rip. Here it comes. Ye there. Clapper to help. Free ball coming. El Sharkawi can have to play some defense now. Right side. Blocked by El Sharkawi for the kill. Great job following that ball. And now Clapper will serve and try to tie this thing up. Good high-end volleyball here on court 5. Good serve, good pass. Tipped into the corner, but it's wide. And the tastiest point in volleyball is upon us. 19-19 root beer with Clapper looking to win the race to 20. Clapper up. Good strong serve. Good pass. Strong side attack coming. It's over the block and to the floor. And the Orediggers win the race to 20 and have entered the red zone. Number 14 to serve with a 1-point lead, 20-19 here on court 5. Sent over, Ye there, perfect pass there, Sulo to Nelson. Nelson goes for the 4-5 seam, finds the wall, and it's a point, Orediggers. Good attempt to cut the ball, just a little too much. No, what a devastating serve. That ball crosses the net, straight to the floor. Ace serve, Orediggers, and they've opened up a big 3-point lead here, needing 3 to close out set 1. Gonzalez, good pass. Sarasulo's going to go outside. Ye down the line, off the block to the floor. Ye scores for the Huskies. Huskies down 2, 20 to 22. Gonzalez to serve. Here's the approach. Down the line, good serve. Pass goes up high perfectly. Middle attack. Boy, it looks like she's hitting the net, but that must be the ball. Point, Orediggers. Big attack out of the middle. It's 23-20 now. Orediggers lead late in set 1. Good strong serve. Ye, perfect pass. Sarasulo returned to center. Ye down the line. Picked up nicely. El Sharkawi is there. Back row attack. Clapper, big swing. Not coming back. Clapper scores from the back row. Huskies now trail 2. The Minnesotans report back in. El Sharkawi will take a breather with Sarah Sulo. Is Spolodoro back at the service stripe, down 2. Late in set 1, good serve and system pass, strong side attack, tip, Spolodoro with the dig. Ye sends it up high, Clapper steps into it, good swing, libero there. Right side attack coming, big swing, Spolodoro with the dig. Gonzalez to Ye. Two-hander over, picked up by the Orediggers. Middle attack, roll shot over. Clapper, Spolodoro, what can we do? Ye, into the block. Gonzalez sends it over, nice play. Here come the Orediggers again, right side, off the block. Clapper can't get to it. It's a point, Orediggers. And now the Orediggers have set point. And to serve, number 6, 24-21. The lefty sends it over. Clapper is there. Spoladoro punches it up. Off the block. Gonzalez pulls it on the net. Spoladoro now to Eknes. Roll shot over and scores. Eknes for the Huskies. And now Ye back to serve. Needing 2 to get to overtime. Ye, first serve. Good strong serve. Nice pass. Right side attack from the back row. The lefty into the block. Scrambling are the Huskies. They get it over free. Look out. Here come the Orediggers. On 2 to the floor. Point and set number 1 to the Orediggers. The advantage of running a 5-1 there. The setter in the front row can go straight to the floor as she does. We'll switch sides. We'll stop set number 1. Stop set number 1, remote now, and it's over. And we'll get you some Chad Johnson music as we head to the other side. Again, this one's called Ride Along.
Let it cry, let it be. Last kiss for you and me. We'll turn the page, the win and the win. Heart of gold, heart of love. And to see it's all above. Well, what's worth gets better every day. Feel the good one coming on and an old-fashioned country song. Well, brown eyes singing all night long. God, not a lie. You can't always get what you want, but you'll be proud every Saturday night. Mama tried, daddy lied. Who thought I'd walk the line? Well, yes, it's true, but you both can't survive. Feel the good one coming on and an old-fashioned country song. Well, brown eyes singing all night long. Man on an older road, Hank Williams, God rest his soul. Every road's a test to have a song. Was in prison on a runaway train. Never thought I could feel such pain. She rode a rescue ride along. Oh, I'm a lonesome song. I'm a lonesome song. Mary Jane, last dance, well, it's all the same. Well, old red's creeping outside. Turn up the lights, turn on the tunes. Martin Ziller and a sonic boom. Well, honky tonk, women don't be cruel. Feel the good one coming on and an old-fashioned country song. Well, brown eyes singing all night long. Man on an older road, and Hank Williams, God rest his soul. Every road's a test to have a song. Was in prison on a runaway train. Never thought I could feel such pain. And she rode and rescue right along. Oh, I'm a lonesome song. I'm a lonesome song. God rest his soul.
Here we go. Initial serve goes into the net. We'll start the set now as Sarasulo comes back to serve with a 1-0 lead. The Orediggers up 1-0. Sarasulo goes over in system middle attack. It's a good one. Splits the gap between Sarasulo and Ye. score for the Orediggers. Number 14 back to serve. Comes down the line, Clapper there. Sarasulo goes outside. Eknes off the net cord, picked up by the setter. They're going to come right side, big swing. Nice dig by Ye. Sarasulo outside to Eknes. Punch shot over the block, over everybody. Point, Orediggers. Good serve. Johnson goes down to get it. Sarasulo sends it over to Ye. She goes over free. Right side attack over the block. In good for the kill. Orediggers picking up where they left off. Set number 1. They're up 3-1 quickly with a good, strong offensive attack. Serve over. Johnson there. Sarasulo's going to run back to Clapper off the block. And out. Point to the Huskies, and Clapper earns her way back to the service stripe. Down a point, 2-3 here early in set 2. Down the line, no one home for the Orediggers. Point, Clapper, 3-3 the score. 3-3, Clapper. Good strong serve again. Fired into the wall. Back-to-back ace serves by Peyton Clapper. And the Huskies back in the lead 4-3. Clapper up. Clapper this time goes over the 1. Nice pass and system. Tipped over. Sarasulo with the dig. Johnson goes outside. Eknes through the block. And to the floor. Point, Huskies. Huskies now 5-3. Good little run of their own here in set number 2. Sarasulo relays the ball back to Clapper. Clapper to serve on a nice little run. Clapper up. Clapper off the net cord and just wide. Point, Orediggers. Libero number 1 to serve. She goes up off the net cord. Ye fights it off. Sarasulo, good hustle. Clapper back row. Nice attack. Picked up by the Libero. They're going to come strong side. Cross court. Johnson, what a dig. Ye to Sarasulo over on 2. Again, the left side attack, this time blocked by Eknes. Now they're going to go right side. Blocked by Nelson. Orediggers still coming. They're going to go back to left. Roll shot over. Ye is there. Sarasulo. Back to Eknes. Off the block. Out of play. Good earned point there for the Huskies. Now Johnson back to serve. 2-point lead. Sends it deep. Too deep. Point. Orediggers. Orediggers by 1. 6-5 the score. Number 6 in the serve with a 1-point lead. Sent over up. Sarasulo gets it back into play, but Johnson can't get it over the net, and it's a point to the Orediggers, and we're knotted up at 6. 6-6 with number 6 serving. Set 2. Lefty sends it over. Good pass by Clapper. Sarasulo back to Clapper on the back row. Big swing. Finds the net. Point to the Orediggers, and they lead 7-6. The lefty again. Toss. Sends it over. Johnson is there. Sarasulo doesn't have to move. Ye into the block. Picks it up. Johnson's going to send it outside. Eknes steps into it. Dug up nicely. Now here comes a strong side attack. Blocked by Eknes, but picked up by the Orediggers. Middle attack. Dug by Johnson and over. Middle is there. Strong side attack off the block. Ye sends it up high. Sarasulo to Agnes. Agnes down the line. Picked up by the Orediggers. Now they're going to go back row attack. The lefty off the net cord. Johnson is there. Sarasulo dumps on 2 and scores. Sarasulo with the setter dump. Ends that point. Boy, that was another back and forth ordeal as Sarasulo ends it with a setter dump. Now Spoladoro back to serve. Agnes will take a break. Spoladoro knotted at 7. Good serve off the net cord and to the floor. Ace serve. Spoladoro. Sometimes better be lucky than good, unless you think she tried to do that, which maybe she did. Ace serve makes it 8-7. Spoladoro again, this time down the line. Picked up by the Orediggers. Outside attack, the set is too far. Left-handed attempt to get it over, but finds the net, and it's a point to the Huskies, and they lead 9-7, set 2. Down, 1-0. Spoladoro to the middle, good pass. Strong side attack down the line. Spoladoro with the dig. Johnson comes flying in to keep it up. Clapper sends it over. Running the slide, it's through the block and to the floor. Point Orediggers. Good attack by the Orediggers as they run the slide and split the block. 8-9, Orediggers down 1. Number 5 to serve. Down the line, Ye is there. Spoladoro back to Ye. Ye smash to the floor. Ye into the 5-6 seam, scores for the Huskies. Nice communication there between Ye and Spoladoro. The pass took Spoladoro outside, and Ye took the set inside. Now she serves into the 6. Nice pass by the Orediggers. Tipped over. Johnson read it perfectly. Spoladoro all the way across. Clapper off the high hands to the floor. Point and kill for Clapper and the Huskies. 11-8 now. Huskies open up a 3-point lead in set 2. They need this set to keep their match going. Big swing off the serve by Ye is long, and it's a point to the Orediggers. Huskies have a 2-point lead. Number 16 to serve. She steps into it, sends it over. Johnson there. Spoladoro into the middle. Steinke scores for the Huskies. Steinke deep into the 5 scores and will earn her way back to the service stripe. (12-9). Huskies lead. Steinke sends it over. Scrambling are the Orediggers. Free ball coming, and there it is. Ye steps into it. Spoladoro pushes outside. Clapper splits the block. What a dig. But it's not coming back. Big time bomb by Clapper. Libero there, but the dig came up towards the net, and the Orediggers couldn't return it. And now Steinke with a 4-point lead, 13-9. Defensive serve receive adjustment by the Orediggers. Steinke goes right there, and now we got a strong side attack looped over. Steinke with the dig. Spoladoro back to... Oh, we got a net violation called on the Huskies. Unfortunate break there. But the Orediggers take the point, and it's 13-10. Orediggers down 3, but look out, it's number 8. Oh, airmail. A break there, number 8. Devastating serve in set number 1. Misses her first serve long, and it's a point. Huskies 14-10. Sarasulo goes to the 1. Good serve, good pass. Quick set into the middle, blocked back by Agnes. Now they're going to come strong side, looping over and down. Nice looping shot by the left side attacker over the block, over the setter defense into the corner. Tough shot to defend. Huskies up 3 now. Number 14 to serve. Sends it over. Johnson is there. Sarasulo runs quick to Clapper into the block. Point to the Orediggers. Now number 14 down 2. 14-12. Sent down the line. Johnson props it up. Sarasulo sends it outside. Eknes steps into it off the block. Picked up by the Orediggers. Middle attack. It's a good one. Yay with the one-handed dig. Sends it back. Scrambling are the Orediggers. Sarasulo goes deep into the one. They cover. Middle attack. Finds the net. Boy, that was a herky-jerk play. The Huskies come out on top. Even the R1 was entertained by that one. Unconventional all around, but won by the Huskies. And they keep a 3-point lead, 15-12. Clapper, good serve, just long. Boy, that looked like a good one, but it floated long. And it's a point to the Orediggers. Libero number 1 to serve. Good strong serve down the line. It's long. Good eye by Ye to let that one go, and it floats long. Point to the Huskies. And now Riley Johnson back to serve, leading by 3, 16-13 into the 6. Good serve, ace serve, Riley Johnson. Point Huskies, 17-13 now. Huskies by 4. Looking to extend the match. Huskies send it over. It's over the girder and out of play. Point Huskies again. Ace serve. Riley Johnson. Timeout called by the Orediggers as Johnson goes back-to-back service aces, scoring for the Huskies, and we'll step aside. Johnson back to serve. There she goes down the line. Passed up nicely. Right side attack. It's a big one, but Ye is there with a big block. Point Huskies. Nice job, Ye, with the stuff block as Riley Johnson continues at the service stripe. 19-13 now. Huskies lead by 6. Johnson into the 6. Good pass and system. Middle attack. Off the block. Out of reach. Point Orediggers. 5-point lead for the Huskies, 19-14. Back to serve the lefty, number 6. Down 5. Sent over. Clapper there. Sarasulo into Steinke, and she goes off the block to the floor, turns around and says, "Come on!" Eknes out, Spoladoro in. Spoladoro back to serve, 6-point lead. Huskies in the red zone. Spoladoro needs 5 to send to a third set. Good serve, scrambling, free ball coming. There it is. Sarasulo, Spoladoro into the middle. Steinke over the block, just wide. Point Orediggers. Steinke, good idea going into the 4-5 seam, just a little wide, and now number 5 for the Orediggers, down 5, sends it over. Ye is there, Spoladoro all the way across, Sarasulo off the block to the floor. Sarasulo scores for the Huskies. She points across to Spoladoro. She liked the set, she used the block, tooled the block, and scored, and now Ye, plus 6, needing 4, sends it into the 6. Good pass and system, look out, tipped over, Spoladoro with the dig. Johnson into the middle, the overball, touched, I guess we got a touch. Spoladoro's going to send it deep into the corner. Nice job at Libero to get there. Free ball coming, it's a roll shot over the block, almost into the gear. Point Huskies, 22-15, Ye to serve. Huskies need this one to keep the match going. Ye. Oh, just long. We got a good look at that one. It fell just beyond the baseline. And now it's 22-16 with number 16 serving. She returns the service error favor. And now Steinke will come back to serve. And that means Nelson returns in the middle blocker position, and Riley Johnson will take a break. Steinke needing 2. Sends it over into the 6. Good pass and system. Middle attack. Big swing off the high hands. Picked up by Steinke. Spoladoro outside to Clapper. Big swing. Catches the net. Point. Ordiggers. Good attempt by Clapper. She got a lot of it. Unfortunately, that pesky net in the way, and look out now. Number 8 to serve. Down 6. Side out, serve out situation for the Huskies. Ye sends it into the wall. There's ace serve for number 8. And the lead was 5. Number 8, the setter, sends another rocket. It's long. There's your side out. And now Sarah Sulo back for the serve out as Spoladoro takes a break. That brings Eknes back in. Sarasulo on the hook for set number 2 and to extend the match. And here we go. Sarasulo. Good serve. Good pass and system. Right side attack. Big swing off the block. Into the reffing stand. Point Ordiggers. 5-point lead for the Huskies. 24-19 with number 14 to serve. Need a side out to send it to 3. Yay, perfect pass. Sarasulo is going to go back to Clapper. Over the block, picked up by the Ordiggers. Now they're going to come strong side through the block. Nice job by Johnson to get it. Punched over by Sarasulo below the net. All good. Left-handed attack. Clapper gets a hand on it, but sends it out. It's a point to the Ordiggers, and they earn their 20th point. 24-20. Huskies still with set point. Number 14 to serve down the line. Sent over on 2! Sarasulo with the chicken wing pops it over the block and to the floor. Somehow, some way, it works, and it's a point to the Huskies, and they take set number 2, and we'll have a set 3 coming at you in just a few minutes. Again, I'm going to try another audio reset. Stick with us. It'll be quiet, but I'm not going anywhere.
Oh my god, okay, that's not happening.
All right, we are back. I stopped the set with the remote. And now I'm going to restart it right now. Little real-time debugging, putting some audio hooks in, trying to understand what's causing the audio to get jumbled, garbled. Again, I think root cause is an iOS problem, but I'm trying to reset the USB connection. All right, we're ready for set 3. This is going to happen fast. And at 8 points, I'm going to sprint to the other side, so it's going to be a bumpy ride, but good to be on the side of the team. For a fast race to 15, set number 3. The good news is they have taken the net down, and now we're underway. Spoladoro is going to go to Sarasulo. Dug up and over. Spoladoro is there. Johnson's going to go outside. Clapper steps into it off the block and to the floor. And the Huskies take point number 1. Sarasulo back to serve. 1-0. Racing to 15 here in set number 3 against the undefeated Orediggers. Down the line, good serve, good pass, middle attack, big swing to the floor. Ye and Johnson collide. Johnson traps the ball underneath her arm. Point to the Orediggers. 1-1 the score. Number 14 to serve. Here she comes down the line. Clapper there. Sarasulo goes outside. Eknes, big swing, just wide down the line, and the Orediggers lead 2-1. Number 14 sends it over. Johnson goes down to get it. Sarasulo goes back to Clapper into the block. They got Huskies wanted to lift. The attack goes long. Point Huskies 2-2. Is Clapper now to serve. 2-2 here in set 3. Clapper up, Clapper over, good serve, nice pass, perfect. Strong side attack, big swing down the line. Sarasulo with the dig and over and down. Sarasulo with the dig kill scores for the Huskies. Excitement on the bench. Everyone in the gym, including myself, thought that was going down. Sarasulo was there. Now Clapper. Good serve off the net. Perfect pass by the libero. Right side attack coming. Tip shot over into the campfire and down. Point Orediggers. 3-3 here. Set 3. Libero number 1 to serve. Up. The over. Clapper fights it off. Ye sends it up high. Clapper from the back row scores! Broken play there. Clapper got the pass, but won over to Ye. 2 years ago, Ye would have had a double. Not this year, and she sends it back to Clapper. Not a back row attack, like from the back attack scores. Now Johnson, good strong serve. Struggling. Libero sends it outside. Strong side attack. Roll shot over. Ye tries to get under it, but punches it into the coaching staff. And now we're tied at 4. Back and forth we go here in set number 3. 4-4. Now the lefty in to serve for the Orediggers. Up, down the line. Johnson's there. Perfect pass. Sarasulo into the middle. Steinke punches. Picked up by the Orediggers. Sent outside. Strong side attack. Blocked back, but picked up by the Orediggers. Middle attack now. Off the deflection of Sarasulo over the bench, and now the Huskies trail by 1. The Orediggers regain the lead, 5-4. The lefty back to serve, sends it over. Clapper there. Sarasulo goes outside. Ye down the line. Nice dig and over. Sarasulo covers. Johnson outside. Eknes over the block and down. Eknes scores for the Huskies and earns her break as Spolodoro will come in. Set from the back row and serve. Sarah Sulo will hit right side. 5-5 here, set 3. Spolodoro sent it into the 6. Off the deflection, out of play. Ace serve. Spolodoro. And now she's back to serve once again. Spolodoro, good serve short this time. Libero there, they're going to run right side. Big swing, block, yay! Point Huskies. Yay with the stuff block. Spolodoro grabs the ball, hustles back, gets the signal for ready. It's 7-5. Spolodoro up, over. Right side attack coming, yay, stop block, and here we go, switching sides.
Let it cry, let it be. Last kiss for you and me. Well, turn the page, the way.
I guess maybe not switching sides. It's 8-5. Spolodoro, we're going to stay right here with you. Here come the Orediggers out of the middle. Lands in front of Clapper. Point to the Orediggers. And maybe the R1 decided we're just going to keep going here, try to make up some time. Sunday afternoon, Seahawks getting ready to play for the Super Bowl. Number 5 into serve, sends it down the line. Ye is there. Spolodoro is going to push outside. Sarasulo tip and scores. Sarasulo with the delicate little precise shot over the block to the floor, and now it's 9-6. Huskies 9, Orediggers 6. Ye. Good serve. Joust at the net. Won by the Orediggers, and Clapper unfortunately caught the top of the net. Point. Orediggers. Substitution here. Blazak in. Ye will get a break, and we're going. Wow. Blazak, not much time to get set. Clapper can't pull it off the wall. 2 quick points for the Orediggers, and it's 9-8. Huskies still lead by 1. Blazak there, Spolodoro outside. Clapper, big swing down the line. Nice dig. Free ball coming. Johnson's there. Spolodoro runs back to Sarasulo down the line and scores. Sarasulo with a crushing blow down the line. Scores for the Huskies. And now Steinke, again, very fast pace here, serving 10-8. She's up 2. She sends it over. Good pass and system. Strong side attack. Big swing. Block. Sarasulo. And it's not coming back. Sarasulo with the block. Assist to Nelson. Husky block party population 2. Sarasulo and Nelson score. And now it's 11-8. 3-point lead. Huskies need 4. Steinke. Good serve. Nice pass and system. Strong side attack. Block there. Scrambling are the Huskies, and Sarasulo sends it over free. Here come the Orediggers. Middle attack. Tip. Block Nelson. Joust at the net. Oh, won by the Orediggers. Steinke came flying in from our left. Blazak sailing away to our left, and the ball falls on the floor. Huskies 2-point lead. Look out, number 8 serving. Clapper there. Spolodoro runs back to Sarasulo. Over the block. Picked up by the libero. Right side attack. Number 4 off the high hands. Blazak's there. Spolodoro punches it back. Blazak two-hander over. That's a double. Point Orediggers. Look out. It's 11-10. Orediggers with the dangerous number 8 at the service stripe. There's the signal for ready. There's the toss. Rocket down the line. Clapper, good pass. Spolodoro back to Clapper. Clapper down the line. Scores for the Huskies. Great shot. Clapper. Clapper, Spolodoro back to Clapper. Down the line for the score. Now Sarasulo with a 2-point lead. Serving. 12-10. Sarasulo. Tough serve off the deflection. Past the lines judge. Still going. Point. Huskies. Ace serve. Sarasulo. 13-10 now. Huskies need 2. Sarasulo at the line. Good serve, good pass in system, right side attack coming, tip shot over, Blazak is there, Sarasulo goes outside, Clapper rushes into it, tips it over, picked up by the setter. Libero goes outside, strong side attack off the high hands, Johnson is there, Sarasulo outside, Clapper down the line, off the net, and to the floor, point Huskies. Clapper scores from the left side once again, and now Sarasulo on the hook for set 3 and the match. 14-10. Sarasulo trying to get to 15. Good serve. Good pass. Middle attack. Off the block. Blazak there. Sarasulo tips it up into the net. Point Ordiggers. All the Husky needs here is a side out to win this match. Number 14 in to serve. Blazak, Johnson, and Clapper ready for it. This one is right on the line. Ace serve, Ordiggers. Right on the line. I had a perfect look at it. It came right to me. 14-12. Clapper, Johnson, Blazak. Blazak waiting for the serve. Here it comes. Down the line again. Clapper, good pass. Sarasulo back to Clapper. Cross-court shot. Off the deflection. Off the wall. Point 15. Set number 3. And the match to the Huskies. Good, hard-fought match there. We're going to stick around here. I don't know if we'll get any conversation. Kara. We're going to stop set number 3 now remotely. Hopefully that'll trigger some sort of audio reset. Your Huskies victorious. Take down the undefeated Ordiggers. The Ordiggers, very strong showing here. Team talking it over. We'll see if any players are interested in a conversation. The gym has filled up here. I don't know if not many other matches are going or what, but there are a lot of people here in the gym. We've got one more. We're off for a match, and then we've got Air Force over on court 6. That's to our right. And that'll finish the day and tournament for the Huskies. A fun time it's been. Your Huskies now 4-1. They dropped one to Utah State after they beat Utah Tech yesterday. There's a broken huddle. And we'll see if we get any players coming back to chat with us. So stick with us. Again, we do have call-in functionality. If you'd like to call in and talk to your student athlete or the student athlete you are supporting, feel free. 651-340-6178 is the number. Should ring in, and we should be able to take your call, put you on. I'm going to move out of the way here. Again, I think that we're going to get a player or two, but let's get out of the way for the next match. So we're just going to slide right over here, and we'll put the court in the background. And we'll see what happens. One second. All right, we'll see what happens. Maybe coaches, maybe players, maybe nobody. Again, if you do want to call in, 651-340-6178 is the number. Things are going to go quiet, but don't go away. We'll stick around for a bit. All right, if you're still out there, doesn't look like we've got any takers here. The gym's pretty much emptied out of Husky fans other than Ye jumping up and down there. But we're going to shut down. Thanks for joining us. We're off for a match and then on for another against Air Force. We'll see you shortly.